know, Don, one of the questions that people must ask you, what about life insurance?
Yeah.
What do you suggest about life insurance? There's no question it fills a void
Sure. Yep.
in the time of accumulation, and depending, it can fill a void in the times of settlement. But there is a place for life insurance.
Yeah. And you know, it's usually when I sit down with people, Dr. Crum, one of the things that I help them with is the first place to understand life insurance is its risk transfer. That's the first level of understanding life insurance. Now, we do in complex financial planning when you're dealing with estates. Life insurance takes on a different form, and it can do several different things. You have the irrevocable life insurance trust, what we call ILETs. They totally different. But at a basic level of understanding, when you're getting started, think about life insurance. It's not as much an investment tool. It plays into that and at different places and intervals, but it's a risk transfer. So if you said, listen, I'm just starting out, I've got a good job, I'm making $150,000 a year, and I want to get investing, and I said, okay, well, listen, if something happens to you and your family is at jeopardy, what I'll do is I'll give you a life insurance policy for X amount that if something happens to you, for a small amount of dollars each month, I'll take care of your family if something happens to you. That's risk transfer. And if we do it right, as we build through the years, we should need that less and less and less because we're building our assets up. That's kind of the basic level of understanding you have to go into life insurance with. Again, it gets very complicated at different levels in business and with estates, but for most of us, it's what we would call risk transfer.
You know, and I agree, and it's not a simple thing as life insurance can seem.
Yeah.
There are many good new products on the market.
Yeah,
and you need someone who really understands insurance
yes.
and understands you and helps you identify the right product to go with what it is you need. When I began in the industry, there was really only two types of insurance, term or whole life.
Yeah. Yeah.
But today they have many varied
Yeah.
forms of insurance where they have side funds and risk, and it's much better. But my point I want to underline is, generally speaking, it's not a place to build wealth, it's a place to protect wealth.
And that's true even, and yes, that's true even as people become very affluent and they amass a great amount of wealth. Insurance is still there to protect that. They may use it as an investment vehicle to protect those assets, and it can be very complex. One of the things that I'd like to say here is, and you mentioned this, life insurance, like so many things, can be very complex. And so one of the things that I always encourage people, if you need that, sit down with a life insurance professional.
Yeah.
Sit down with somebody who understands that. Sometimes they get a bad rap, and you hear these life insurance salesmen, but it really is an important part of building wealth and protecting those assets.